Hello, lovely people of the world, members of the gear to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Nintendo Land. In the previous episode, we finished off Luigi's Ghost Mansion, and in today's episode, we're going to be playing through Mario Chase. And yes, that was recycled footage from the previous episode.
Hold the Wii remote sideways.
I don't tell you how to live your life. Frickin' Monita trying to tell me how to hold the Wii remote. I'm gonna hold it upside down, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Alright then, so getting into the final competitive attraction. This one, surprise, surprise, plays differently depending on whether or not you're playing with the Wii U gamepad or the TV. So basically, this is a game of a tag. So the player on the TV will be playing as Toads, and they're gonna be chasing Mario down and destroying him in cold blood. Not really, you just need to catch them. So the player on the gamepad will, as you can see on screen, will be running away from everybody in a top-down perspective, while they also have a mini-map showing where everybody is. So this is a pretty interesting idea, and the really fun thing about this minigame was the fact that, as you can see, I got caught pretty quickly because I am actually very bad at this minigame. But that's not the important part. The important part is that this game was one of the very first Wii U games shown off. Now, when the Wii U was first announced at E3 2011, we didn't really get a whole lot of first-party games announced with it. We got a couple third-party things, like I believe Batman Arkham Arkham City, excuse me, and I believe Ninja Gaiden 3, but we didn't really get a whole lot of first-party Nintendo stuff. This, however, and Metroid Blast were the first minigames for Nintendo Land shown off, and back then, they were called Find Me and Fight Me. I think. I might be wrong about the exact names. If I am, I'll put a caption on screen. Actually, I think it's Chase Me. Yeah, Chase Me and Battle Me. That's what it was called. Excuse me. My memory of that is a little bit fuzzy. But if I am still wrong, they'll put a caption on screen right now. And if I was correct, then there will be a different caption explaining something else. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit this video. But the important part is, we're not going to be playing in a different stage. There are 3 stages in Mario Chase, the first one, and now this one is filled with mud. So this one is a bit of a weird one, because the mud is going to be slowing everybody down, but when the Mario player runs across one of those bridges, it'll vanish in a couple minutes, it'll vanish after a couple seconds. So, it's a bit of a weird one. I don't really like playing on this one too often. And coming over here is actually a pretty funny moment, so I'm going to be quiet and let you watch what happens.
Green zone. Green zone. Green zone. Green zone.
Yeah, that was a pretty funny victory. It was pretty intense trying to get through there. And I honestly don't know what I was thinking when I was trying to run away from there. Literally anywhere else, it would have been a much better option, but whatever. And now you guys get to watch it all over again and replay it till the end of time or something like that. Now this right here is pretty interesting because they give you a bit of a replay of the entire match, so everybody could see where everybody was. I kind of wish they did this with Animal Crossing and Luigi's Ghost Mansion. Unfortunately, it's only in Mario Chase, which bums me out just a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. What is a big deal, however, is these stamps you can get in this minigame. There's a 1 second on the clock, where you catch Mario with only 1 second remaining. 10-time champion, successfully escape Mario 10 times. 20-second champion, catch Mario within the first 20 seconds of the match. Finish at the start, be sitting at the starting point as Mario when time runs out, and Starless Getaway, win a match as Mario without even grabbing the star. So, the star is pretty interesting. We haven't reached the point where I was able to survive long enough to be able to actually go grab it, but basically, after a short period of time, a star will appear in the middle of the stage that can only be used once, but it will make you completely invincible and you can knock over everybody and rule the world! When you hear that sound effect, that's when you'll know the star has appeared. So, after a couple matches, you should get the feel of when somebody's going to be going after a star, because there are going to be some players who will immediately go after it. Some of them will try to lure the other players away from there while they go back and sneak to go grab it. So it's pretty interesting. And like I also said, there is a stamp where if you beat the entire minigame without grabbing the star, then you will get a stamp as well, which is pretty neat.
Green zone. Green zone.
With 60 seconds left on the clock, who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who knows?
Yellow zone.
I know who wins.
Yellow zone.
Now, one thing that I'd really like to see is you can see the reflections of like clouds on the slides right there. So whatever you want to know is if Bounty Break ever makes a video for this game, I would love to see what the outside of these stages look like, and I'd love to see if those clouds are actually rendered on the top, because for all we know, that could actually just be like a special texture that only renders underneath the stage, because there are a couple reflection textures that work that way. So I really want to know if there are actually clouds above the stage, and that is a reflective texture or something like that.
Green zone. Green zone.
One more thing I'd like to mention before we wrap up this video is if you're playing with 3 or more players, then the OC cars will go away. They only appear in 2-player mode. So once you get more than 3 players in the Mario Chase, then everybody's going to be controlling their own Toad, and the stages will get progressively bigger depending on how many players you have. I believe they also get some special props like we'll see during the end screen for this video, but some of the props like the bullet bills will only appear when you have a certain number of players. And the stage is big enough to have them. But they don't affect the gameplay themselves, they're just background details. And now that we've taken care of all that, we're in this video off here. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of Nintendo Land. In the next episode, it's going to be the finale. Thank you so much for watching this video, and next time, we'll gear to you. Oh yeah.
Card.
Piranha Plant! Piranha Plant! Piranha Plant!
Toy Koopa Troopa. Balancing bloopers. Balancing bloopers. Balancing bloopers. Bullet bill. Bullet bill. Bullet bill.
Piranha